Every time you walk through a supermarket, there's a silent salesperson working harder than anyone in the building. It's not the cashier, not the store manager, and not even the person handing out free samples. It's the end cap display. Those neatly arranged shelves at the end of each aisle, glowing with special offers, giant logos, and limited time deals. They look innocent, but they're one of the most powerful tools in retail psychology. Before we dive in, let us know where you're watching from and on which device. We love seeing all the places our viewers are tuning in from. Thank you. Now let's break down the end cap trap. Why it works, what it's doing to your wallet, and how to shop like a pro who sees through the merchandising strategy. The psychology behind end cap displays. End caps are prime real estate in the world of retail merchandising. They're positioned where your eyes naturally land, at the end of every aisle. Retailers know that most shoppers don't go down every aisle. You follow the main path, glancing left and right, and that S exactly where they hit you with those perfectly stacked towers of cereal boxes or soda cans. But here's the trick. What you see there isn't random. These displays are carefully designed to trigger impulse buying. Studies show that over 60% of purchases made from end caps are unplanned. It's not because you suddenly needed that brand of chips. It's because the layout, lighting, and color psychology make it feel like you were getting a deal, even when you were not. Retailers call this visual interruption. It snaps you out of your shopping rhythm. You were on your way to grab milk, but that buy two, get one free soda display stopped you in your tracks. And just like that, your shopping list grows, not because you're careless, but because merchandising strategy is doing exactly what it was built to do. How the trap works. Here's the genius part. End caps make expensive items look cheaper by association. When you see a big sign like special value or family size, you assume it's the best deal. But often the price per ounce or per unit is actually higher than the same product inside the aisle. That's because these spots are paid placements. Brands pay supermarkets thousands of dollars for the right to display their products at the end of an aisle. It's called slotting fees, and it's one of the most profitable merchandising tactics in the grocery industry. For example, Coca-Cola or Kellogg HAs might pay to have their newest product at eye level on an end cap, right near the checkout lane. You think it S is there because it says popular, but it says really there because they paid for your attention, and your brain helps them out. Bright packaging, large price tags, and limited time stickers all activate the part of your brain that responds to scarcity and excitement. You get a little dopamine rush, the same one you feel when you spot a flash sale online. You are not just buying soda, you are buying the feeling that you got a deal, the illusion of discount. Let's talk about one of the oldest tricks in retail, price anchoring. This is when stores use a fake or inflated original price next to a slightly lower one to make you feel like you're resaving money. You might see something like, was $6.99, now $4.99. But here's the catch. That product might never have been sold at $6.99 in that store. It's psychological framing. Your mind registers the difference, not the truth. End cap displays often combine price anchoring with volume illusion. A giant tower of detergent makes it look like it's flying off the shelves. When something appears popular, your brain assumes it must be valuable. This is called social proof bias. You think, everyone must be buying it. Maybe I should too. In reality, the retailer restocks that tower every morning to keep it looking full. The illusion never breaks, and neither does the cycle of impulse buying. The layout game, guiding you like a maze. Ever noticed how end caps often appear before or after certain sections? That's no coincidence. They're strategically placed to break your focus or redirect your movement. For example, an end cap filled with snacks is often placed right before the alcohol aisle. You didn't plan to buy pretzels, but suddenly they make perfect sense next to that six-pack you just picked up. Or take the dairy section. It's always in the back of the store. Retailers force you to pass multiple end caps on your way to grab milk or eggs, maximizing the chance you'll grab something extra. That's the essence of store flow manipulation. It's not about convenience, it's about maximizing exposure to impulse zones. Why you spend more than you think. Impulse buying doesn't just cost a few extra dollars. Over time, those small purchases add up to hundreds of dollars a year. Retail analytics show that a well-designed end cap can increase sales of a product by as much as 300%. Here's how it happens step by step. The end cap grabs your attention with color and height. Your brain registers it as special because it's displayed differently. You feel the urgency of scarcity or limited time messaging. You rationalize the purchase. It's only a few dollars more. You repeat that logic aisle after aisle. Supermarkets know this loop by heart. That's why end cap design is a full-time profession. Merchandisers test which color combinations, product heights, and lighting angles drive the highest conversion rates. They're not trying to help you find what you need. They're trying to sell you what you didn't to plan to buy. How to outsmart the end cap trap. The good news? Once you understand the game, you can win it. Here's how to read end cap displays like a professional shopper. 1. Check the unit price. Ignore the giant signs. Look at the small print on the shelf tag. The cost per ounce, per liter, or per count. That's the real price comparison. 2. Compare inside the aisle. End caps create a visual illusion that they're offering discounts. Take 10 seconds to walk into the aisle and compare. In most cases, the same item is sitting on a regular shelf for less. 3. Recognize brand positioning. Big brands dominate end caps because they can afford the placement fees. Smaller or local brands are often just as good and cheaper. They were usually hiding one aisle over. 4. Question the deal. If the sign says, buy 2 get 1, ask yourself if you actually need 3 of them. Multi-buy promotions often make you spend more overall. 5. Stick to your list. The most powerful tool against impulse buying is a written or digital list. It gives your brain an anchor point. Every product not on it has to earn its way in. When you turn shopping into a mission instead of a stroll, you neutralize one of retail's most profitable tricks. Why the end cap isn't going away. You might think, if shoppers are getting smarter, why don't stores stop using end caps? Simple, because they still work. Even the most conscious consumers fall for them occasionally. Supermarkets update these displays weekly, rotating themes around holidays, sports events, or new product launches. Every change is a psychological refresh, something new to trigger curiosity. And as technology evolves, it's getting even more personalized. Some stores use planogram software and AI-driven merchandising analytics to decide what goes on each end cap based on customer behavior data. If you've ever wondered why your favorite brand suddenly appears in 3 different spots around the store, now you know. Data told them where you'd walk and when you'd look. The smart buyer's mindset. Being a smart buyer doesn't mean avoiding end caps entirely. It means understanding what they are, marketing, not convenience. Next time you're in a store, slow down before you grab that bright package at the end of the aisle. Ask yourself 3 simple questions. Would I have bought this if it wasn't right here? Is it really cheaper per unit than inside the aisle? Am I reacting to packaging or to value? If you can answer honestly, you're already ahead of 90% of shoppers. Final thoughts. The end cap display is the retail world's version of clickbait. It captures attention, promises value, and gets you to act before thinking. But now that you know the psychology and strategy behind it, you can turn the tables. Next time you pass one, take a second look, not as a customer, but as a strategist. You'll start to see the patterns, the illusions, the subtle cues designed to separate you from your money. That's the moment you stop being a target and start being a smart buyer.